Whoa.
미치도록 사랑했던 지겹도록 다투었던
Whoa. This kind of gives me the bullet holes kind of gives me like Freak on a Leash by Korn vibes, like the music video, not the actual song.
너가 먼저 떠나고 여기는 종일 비가 왔어 금서턱 끝까지 차올랐고 숨이 막혀
Oh, that's cool. Let's go. Holy shit. Taking my life from me? Okay. Man, he's... Oh my god. The versatility in his voice is insane. Oh, that's beautiful. Damn. Oh my god, that was awesome. Man, the emotion is insane. Holy shit. You incredible bastard. What the fuck? The bullet holes plus the lyrics that I could understand, like as far as him drowning, it's raining all day, you take my life away from me, if I'm not mistaken, is what he said. Like as far as like drowning, like depression, I would assume, and the bullet holes is maybe like what this relationship is doing to me, despite I'm not sure if maybe it's like supposed to represent potentially like something toxic. Trying to find out if there's any English lyrics. So let's see. Even though I'm madly in love, I'm so tired of the eternal arguments and you're still leaving me first. Raindrops have been falling from the sky all day, going down my face to my chin, so I can't breathe. So, yeah, I'm guessing that this is why do you close your eyes when you know everything? You killed me with your lovely words, leaving me lying down and left all alone. You cut me bad. I'm still waiting for you. After you leave this place, I'll be flooded. It'll be flooded with my tears. You who was the one I loved so much. The dance in my heart calls me more and more. Holy shit. I could have fallen even stronger and died. So come back at least once more. I could have fallen even stronger and died just one last time. You're taking my life away from me. Holy shit. So I would assume that the lyrics do touch on like being incredibly in love with someone that it in reality, even like if we think about like the music video with Abyss and Journey, it kind of like even links back to that because once he figures himself out and he walks out of that from that abyss, from that basement that he was in, and he's ready to realize everything that has happened and go on another journey, go on another adventure. Even though the lyrics do kind of like in my mind automatically make me think of like something of a toxic relationship. Also, the toxic relationship could be with your music, because what I love the most and what brings me the most joy is also something that kills me every now and then. As far as like being overwhelmed, as far as like the pressure and then the depression, the lifestyle, and everything else that involves with being a musician, being an idol, doing what he does, even though he loves it. I'm sure that there's a lot of aspects to it that he absolutely despises, but at the same time, it's about loving something so much to the point when you actually hate it, which is an interesting concept, and I've actually like seen legitimately like interviews with MMA fighters, for example, who love fighting so much to the point where they hate it. You gotta love something so much that you actually hate it, because there cannot be love without hate. How can you hate something so much unless you loved it at one point in time? When it comes to relationships, for example, crying for someone, hurting for someone, you wouldn't hurt for a stranger unless you had some kind of a deep connection with them. So I feel like the lyrics do touch on being wounded and being hurt by a person in a toxic relationship scenario, but also in terms of his relationship with music. Taking my life away from me, I'm kind of thinking about like Abyss being locked in that basement, and you are the one who can unlock himself and walk out of that basement when you finally realize and come to terms with the journey that you've had and ready to go on another one. And the raining all days, like tears and just drowning the depression, not being able to breathe, like it's too much, the pressure and like the wounds that I'm getting from this, the bullet holes in the set. Is also very appropriate to the actual lyrics. Whenever he screams, it almost sounds like a cry for help in a way. So it felt incredibly visceral in a very personal song. And at the same time, it had a very emotional element to it while still being incredibly, I don't want to say fun because that sounds like I'm a psycho, which I'm not. But like the song had a really insane replay value that I just want to play it over and over and over again. Like you could have easily taken these lyrics and went down a more ballad-esque route, but instead he went with a much heavier route. Created a beautiful rock song, basically. And the final drop to the final chorus, it was really, really dope. And I like the cinematography of this video too. It almost felt like Ready to Fight. It's almost like him wearing that hair. It's almost like an alter ego. But here he was his real self in a way. The same character that he was in Abyss and Journey. So this song, Ready to Fight, was more of a fuck you, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get to where I need to be, and I'm gonna spit in your face, I believe were some of the lyrics, and there's a bunch of F-bombs and whatnot, which are very much welcomed in my book. Here it's almost like he's speaking very personally. It almost kind of sounds like if there was a song in between Abyss and Journey, I feel like this could have been it. And then Journey is kind of like coming to terms with everything and getting ready for another journey where you will get hurt again, but you love it so much. Almost like the creation of a new album and whatnot, or just a journey could be so many different things. And I feel like the lyrics do an amazing job of providing almost like this double meaning. You can take it into a relationship route where a lot of people could very easily relate as far as like being in a toxic one, or you can go the route where a lot of people who struggle with whatever they do in life, with their profession, or maybe fellow musicians and whatnot, they can also relate to that very, very much as well. And just depression in general, I feel like a lot of people can relate to wanting to do something that hurts you, but not being able to escape that relationship because you love it so much. So you just want to keep going back to it, even though it hurts you. Or maybe this is just a super emotional song with beautiful singing, and, you know, I'm just speaking out of my ass. In any case, let's move on to Dear H by Xdinary Heroes. Dear Heroes, I'm guessing.
가깝던 저 빛이 아득하게만 느껴지는데 눈앞은 점점 더 흐릿해져만 가 헤아릴 수도 없는 심연에 가둬놓은 내 유약한 맘에 파고들어와 부서진 그 조각들이 자꾸 나를 껴망쳐 Come to me, talk to me deeper inside 깊은 꿈 꾸는 날 깨워줘 나 What if I find you want to
That was an unexpected progression. Holy shit, that was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say it just because they're both from JYP, but the way this chorus just ended reminded me of the ending of Lino's Limbo. Like almost like being left in a place where it just ends so abruptly. That, like, it reminded me of Limbo quite a bit there. But the progression of this chorus, and again, I'm getting like Muse vibes. I'm really thinking of Matt right now.
find you want to pull that 다 버리고 투력한데도
Damn.
길을 잃은 저 소년의 눈엔 꺼지지 않는 불빛이 있어 공허한 듯해 두서없이 헤매는 밤 점점 깊어져가는 심연에 묻을 수 없는 비밀이 있어 참으려 해도 티가 나는 감기처럼 스며들어 왜
Damn.
Come to me, speak to me, louder inside 깊은 잠자는 날 깨워줘 나
I love this. Holy shit. Now I'm getting Queen vibes. Holy shit. We saw the sea in the previous the previous reaction, right? And the watering of the plant with your own tears, that's also something that we saw in a previous reaction. Damn. Yeah. Running in the actual class too. Holy shit. This is beautiful. Don't mind me.
TRH.
What the? Holy. The way they all just looked at me, I felt so, Is it like looking at the fans? Is the song for the fans? Is the song for each other? Is it both? Recording memories, that's pretty cool. Damn. Holy shit, that might be my favorite song by Xdinary Heroes, actually. Holy shit. It still showed off their own unique style, but in a way that was more relatable than ever, even though Good Enough was an amazing song as well. But this song really emphasized their insanely beautiful vocals. The structure of the song, the progression of that chorus was absolutely different from anything that I was expecting. The way the first chorus just suddenly ends, the way it kind of made me feel of like Limbo with Lino, for example, like the sudden ending of like, it almost like creates a feeling of uncertainty. And the fact that the music video ends before it moves on to the visuals of them with the camcorder, all of the guys are looking at you, whoever is watching, at the viewer. Dear H is not just heroes, them, but much like their tagline, we are all heroes, if I'm not mistaken. It's like creating a sense of relatability, almost as if like they're talking to you, to not keep everything bottled up, all of your emotions and all of the scars that you create yourself by keeping everything bottled up. And there's like a mention of a weak heart that is locked up, not being able to see the light that seems so close to you, but now is so far away. Like even like this visual with all of the guys in the same class, but looking in different directions. As the lyrics say, will it make things better? If I fall on my knees, like basically, it almost feels like a plea of sorts of what I wish you did, as we see almost like these Super 8 shots of the guy smiling. But then in reality, they're all sitting there on their tables looking in different directions because they all keep their emotions bottled up instead of sharing it and making things better for themselves. So the chorus almost like feels like a bit of a plea to just let us know what's on your heart and don't keep everything bottled up. That's kind of like the meaning that I get from it. And like the ending with the camcorder, it's almost like creating like memories and or sharing your memories, sharing something that is intimate, sharing it with someone, finally doing the thing that the chorus was pleading you to do. This song is incredibly relatable, and the fact that it connects to Good Enough with some of the visuals, as far as like the plant, watering the plant with your own tears, running on the beach, the visual from Good Enough where one of the guys is running from the classroom. It was absolutely beautiful. Maybe I'm off on my understanding of the message of the song, but it just felt incredibly personal, and the vocals were absolutely insane. Like truly, absolutely beautiful. I feel like Xdinary Heroes with this album pretty much cemented themselves as one of the best groups that are out there, and not just through their unique style of their fun songs like Bicycle, Freaking Bad, Haircut, Happy Death Day, but with songs like Good Enough and especially Dear H. Like the outro, all the wounds I kept within my arms, would it feel better if I spoke about it? And that's kind of like, that's what it kind of like felt like when all of them kind of like look at the camera, which the camera is the POV shot of H, which is kind of like us potentially. It was beautiful, and it's almost like the second they look at the camera, all of them, it's almost like the moment where you are kind of like ready to maybe share something, and then it fades to the title. Then we see the camcorder and sharing the footage, which is almost like a representation of sharing a piece of yourself, like sharing something that I would have kept bottled up potentially or something like that. Not sure. These are just my 2 cents on the song. As always, these are just my interpretation. So if I made any sense, cool. If not, this is just my interpretation. But if you enjoyed this reaction, let me know in the comment section. If I made any sense, let me know. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and have a wonderful week, you guys. See ya.